Welcome to Bragg N Bout Business. If you have ever been told to turn your music down at 11 p.m. or put your campfire out, it was probably today's guest, Brigitte Legault from Kananaskis Campground Services.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, welcome to Bragg N Bout Business.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, so the first question we have to get out of the way right away is, do you believe in Bigfoot?
Such an important question.
Right? Let's just set the tone.
Yeah.
See who we're dealing with.
No, though we have a staff member who we joked about potentially dressing up as Bigfoot and playing into the legend. We certainly have folks out here looking for Bigfoot. So.
In McLean Creek, you could get shot.
Yeah. Totally. That too. Yes. I think we had all of those jokes actually as we talked about him dressing up. Yeah. No, I don't know that I do believe in Bigfoot.
Well, you would think you'd see it. You're out here. You're in it.
Totally. Yeah. Haven't seen him yet.
No,
not yet.
That's good. Okay, so Kananaskis Campground Services. Your husband Dylan and you started this business when?
We started, I guess it'd be about a year and a half ago, though the process to start the business started about 2-ish years ago when we put together a proposal to bid on a contract to manage the eastern side of Kananaskis. So the Elbow Valley, the Sheep River Valley, and the Highwood. And so, yeah, we've been at it, I guess, just short of a couple of years now.
And how's it going?
It's going, it's going well. It's been a real interesting adjustment. I have an entrepreneurial background, but I've never been immersed in a seasonal business like this. And so the seasonality of it is a learning curve for sure. Yeah. And, it starts fast and furious on May long weekend. And then you're kind of going until Thanksgiving, and then things do quiet down. We do have some facilities open year round, but just the size and scale of what has to be ramped up, carried forward and ramped down is quite the learning curve.
No kidding. Yeah. My goodness. Because this is not like you don't have 1 or 2 campgrounds that you're servicing.
We have about just shy of 20 when you include our group camps and our equestrian camps, and 2 stores. So we're sitting here at McLean Creek Camper Center. We have Highwood House General Store down in the Highwood area, just west of Longview. That's also a gas station. And then 45-ish day use areas that we maintain, in addition to shops and facilities and staff housing and offices. Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
Because, these aren't short drives in between all these places either.
No, and that's probably one of the other interesting parts of the business is we're really geographically dispersed. So just managing that is good fun too.
Yeah, absolutely. And staff, like how large is your staff?
Yeah, we have, I think we're about 28 this season in total. So the bulk of us are here in the Elbow Valley, and we've got a good solid team in the Sheep River Valley, and then another small team in the Highwood. So decent sized team.
Decent size. Yeah, exactly. Now yourself, you come from a finance tourism background. I've
done a little bit of everything in my life. I grew up in an entrepreneurial household. So my parents had small businesses in Saskatchewan. So that was my foray, I guess, into entrepreneurship started very young. And I have worked in many industries, in the public sector, the private sector, in the last 5 or so years, working both as a founder of a leadership development company and also as a consultant working with various startups in Calgary and helping to build a prosperous tech and innovation sector in Calgary. And so, I've done a lot of different things.
Yeah. So if we're going from tech,
I'm not technical.
To the woods. Yeah. That is a jump.
Yeah. I was longing for the woods. I worked in Kananaskis over 20 years ago in tourism. And as you mentioned, I worked in tourism a long time ago. That's where I met Dylan, my husband and business partner, and where we got kind of our roots. And I'm not a technical person, but I was working in that sector as a contractor. And so at the core, I guess, of everything I've done, which has been varied, has been building community, building strong businesses, strategic growth for businesses, that sort of thing, more on kind of the consulting side over the last 5 or so years. So coming into a business of this, I guess, kind of size, small to medium sized business, was a really nice transition from everything I've been doing the last few years with other businesses. And now, jumping into this for ourselves has been fantastic.
That's good. Yeah. So you're settled in now. You're 18 months, 2 years into this gig.
Yeah, so about that. This is our second full season that we're entering in now. So lots of lessons learned last year and still learning every single day. But it's been a real joy to work, 15 minutes from home, going the opposite direction from the city, headed to the mountains instead every day.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys live in Redwood.
We live in Redwood Meadows.
Nice.
Yeah, love it.
Quick commute.
Yes, it's awesome.
All right. So this is a very unique business, because I've interviewed over 40 business owners on the podcast. This is unique because you've got retail, you've got services, you've got like you have to deal with Alberta Parks. I mean, they're ultimately, I guess, your bosses, right?
Yeah.
So I
Our
mean, there's
customer.
maybe
Yeah.
customers. There's a lot of balls in the air for you guys.
There is a lot of balls in the air. It's an interesting dynamic. So I've worked with a lot of small businesses, our own businesses in the past, and as a consultant, and I used to teach entrepreneurship programs. We'd always be hyper focused on understanding our customer and meeting our customer where we're at, and trying to find, the appropriate tweaks to your service or product so that you can scale and all of these great things, especially in the startup world. But the flip on that for this business is that we do represent Alberta Parks. They are truly our one and only customer.
Right.
And they have the millions of Albertans coming to our facilities every year. And so
customer demand's not a problem for you.
Demand is not a problem. It's such a wonderful entrepreneurial flip for me to not be grinding out the sales and marketing side of the business, and being able to kind of focus inward on our processes and our culture, and being able to do that right off the bat instead of obsessing over sales and marketing.
That is nice. So is there anything, like, what is the biggest, maybe perhaps one of the biggest issues when you have to run one of these, like from a customer facing point?
If I could maybe flip the question a little
please.
bit. There are rules and regulations within Alberta Parks, and there are different land use zones, and there's all of these different nuances when you're working and maintaining these facilities and whatnot. And so with a lot of the communication coming from parks to the customer directly, and maybe not always directly from us, there's always that, I guess, kind of balance that you're trying to play out. And one thing that we do a lot of, we are not in the business of enforcement. We have conservation officers and rangers and all the rest of that, right?
I'm sure it does get rowdy.
Well, we have to play the role of educator, I guess, in educator or reminder of those rules and regulations and that sort of thing. And if there's one thing that we'd love the users of Kananaskis to embrace fully, is to leave no trace.
Yes.
It impacts us directly, personally. There are humans cleaning up after us, right? And so I think that's been one of the most eye-opening things, in having been a user of Alberta Parks, of course, as we all are, being on the flip side of that and seeing what it takes to clean up after humanity in the parks is a big, big job.
100%.
And the more I think that we can all take part in leaving no trace and cleaning up after ourselves, or using the outdoors responsibly, that's something that's been highlighted considerably for us now in this business.
And it comes down to rates.
Yeah.
If you don't want your rates to increase, clean up after yourself.
Right.
Because somebody's got to be paid to clean it up.
Right.
It's not a volunteer service.
That's true. Yeah. So that's been an interesting eye-opener, being on the other side of this.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right.
Yeah.
So is it an 80-20 rule? Like, because I mean, you've got a lot of, I guess, people coming out here to enjoy different parts of Kananaskis, right? I mean, you've got people coming out with dirt bikes and side-by-sides, and they're going to McLean Creek and getting muddy.
Yeah.
And then you've got people wanting peace and nature and quiet.
Totally.
So is there a lot of conflict in that sometimes?
I wouldn't say there's necessarily conflict. I feel like of all of the different valleys and campgrounds and areas that we manage, there is different user groups that you kind of maybe are the primary user in that area. So of course, here in McLean Creek, we have all the OHV users, but literally across the highway is this burst of mountain bike users, right? And then of course hikers and fishing and everything else in between. And so no, I wouldn't say there's any real collision of users or clashing kind of priorities. Yeah. But it is interesting to play out. Like a store here at McLean Creek serves a different purpose than the store down in Highwood, which frankly is primarily for the gas station, because there's not a lot of spots there for fuel. Yeah. And then you have your hikers and your birders and more kind of naturalist crowd down there. So yeah, definitely a lot of variation throughout the business and the needs of the visitors.
Yeah. Birders. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a whole subculture.
Yes. I actually managed a couple of tour companies last year in my plethora of roles in life. And I learned a lot about birders. And it seems to be really an up and coming thing.
I see more young people doing this now than retired people.
Definitely. Yeah. There's that app where you can, understand what birds you're listening to. And so I have a deeper respect for wildlife. It's never been my forte. I've always been a business brain, but definitely respect it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. So what is the best kept secret in campgrounds that you manage?
Okay. Best kept secret. Well, I'll talk about specific areas because
You're not going to give me a site?
I
The
can't do
best
that.
site?
I can't do
No?
that. Or my campground managers could, and they probably wouldn't divulge it all the time.
Right.
But there are some underutilized areas. You know, you get a social media influencer or a Instagrammer or something who really hypes up a particular falls or forget-me-not pond gets used so much.
Yep.
And it's beautiful, so I get that. But there are so many untouched areas in between. In this valley, we have Beaver Flats Campground. Small, quaint, right? It's got the Elbow River on one side, the dramatic opening of the mountains, Beaver Ponds on the other side. It's just adorable. And a really nice quiet spot to camp. Little Elbow at the end of this valley. Tons of great hiking trails, equestrian use out there. And then in the Sheep River Valley, Sandy McNabb is a super popular spot, but Blue Rock is a much quieter and wonderful campground. It's first come, first serve, so you can kind of just roll up and grab a spot. And then down in the Highwood, boy, there are some gems. Cataract Creek, Etherington, these both have reservable sites and are quiet and peaceful and tons of great fishing. Again, equestrian use, hiking. And so, yeah, if there was anything I could show from the rooftop, it's check out Etherington and Cataract.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're so great. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
and it gets get busy in the summer, right? I mean,
Oh, yes.
are you always at 100% capacity?
In this valley
Yeah.
on the weekends, yeah.
Yeah.
We get a lot of that weekend warrior crowd being just outside of Calgary, of
Mhm.
course. And so kind of Thursday to Sunday, yeah, if the weather's nice, we'll be full for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So getting back to you guys, where do you see KCS in 5 years from now?
Yeah, that's a great question. Frankly, I think just being able to really optimize what we have here. It is a big operation when it's going. And like I say, it comes on fast, it hits you hard, and then it's done. So really optimizing what we have is really a focus for us. This is year 2.
Turning it into a lean, mean.
Yes, as
Camping
much
machine.
as we can. And for our staff and for the campers and the visitors of the valley, just being able to make that a better experience. So we put a lot of improvements into, say, the store.
It's a beautiful store.
Thanks.
Beautiful
Yeah, it's
store.
coming along nicely. We still have some things to tweak and some potential new kind of value adds to offer that we can't quite announce yet, but we're hoping to make it more of a community hub for this valley. And so that's a focus for us for sure. Same thing with our store down in the Highwood. We have seasonal staff. Often they want to stay year round. And so like I've been talking to others in Bragg about what other opportunities
Right.
we can drum up, maybe for some winter attractions or things like that. A lot of that is a little further out probably and not necessarily priority today, but it's definitely on our radar. And that just comes back to wanting to really contribute and build this community that finally we get to live and work in our community. We've
Yeah.
often been commuters, not always to Calgary, but just everywhere. Now we get to really like dig into our home. So
Yeah,
that's pretty
that
cool.
is fantastic.
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
great.
a member of the local chamber
Yes.
of Bragg Creek as well.
Yeah,
So we
just
appreciate
joined.
that.
So that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Now, staffing.
Yeah.
From what I understand, you have a lot of staff that comes back year after year to work.
We do. Interesting dynamics for the staff. We've got quite a few folks who travel in the winter and then they manage our campgrounds in the summer. And
That's
that is
great.
their lifestyle.
My
and it's
God,
fantastic.
that's great.
I know, right?
Yeah.
There are way more people than I ever knew that like plan their life in this way. And so it really works for them. It really works for us, especially when they can come back season after season.
Right.
And their knowledge, like the staff we've had here who have been out here for years, have been invaluable for us in starting off. And then, of course, we get a lot of university students and younger folks looking to get their summer job and
Right.
have fun, work in the outdoors. So, yeah, it's been pretty good staffing wise, getting
That's good.
good. We have a good team right now.
Yeah.
I'm really happy.
Well, and
with
if you
them.
can rely on them to come back year
So
after
good.
year, you don't have to go headhunting. and-
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a big.
There'll always be a bit of that for sure, but
Yeah.
we have a
for sure.
solid team right now.
So your year is it's seasonal. It's a seasonal business, really. So it starts. When do you guys open the gates?
Well, I
and get
mean,
going?
the campgrounds kind of have phased opening dates everywhere, kind of late April to May long weekend, of course. And then winter gates sometimes hold us back. So the Highwood Pass there is opening on June 15th, but we'll open the store a little earlier. We've got a campground behind the pass, so or behind the gate rather. So that one will open a bit later. So it is phased a little bit.
Okay.
And then McLean Creek here is open year round. And then we have a group camp that's also open year round. So
is the store in McLean Creek open?
it is
year-round?
not. No,
Okay.
it's we open usually kind of that first week of May. We always get the question, when's the water getting turned on? When's the water getting turned on? Water doesn't usually get turned on until May long weekend, at which point we open the comfort station here. We have showers and full bathroom facilities. And then that May long weekend is meant to be, the big kickoff
Yep.
to the season.
And a blizzard.
And a blizzard this year. So, yes, it was an interesting May long. But I mean, it always snows in Alberta. So,
Yes.
can't be surprised.
It does.
Really snowed this year, though.
It did.
A lot.
Yeah.
And then a lot of our campgrounds start to close Labor Day weekend, mid-September for some, depending on gate access, and then Thanksgiving for especially the ones with power generally are open
Gotcha.
until then. People love camping over Thanksgiving.
They
so
do.
It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice. And often we get nice weather.
Exactly.
So
It gets
that's-
later and later.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so it's good.
So you guys, I mean, there must be planning that takes place before you start opening
Big
things.
time.
So I mean, really, you do probably have some management stuff
We
to
do. Yeah.
year round.
Yeah, and we have a few staff who stay year round as well.
Okay.
I mean, we've only experienced one winter so far, and frankly, it didn't feel any slower, mainly because Dylan and I's focus was on getting more integrated with the community, meeting our partners who are also users and contributors to the valley. So the Bragg Creek trails, we've got their stuff
Nice,
over here,
yeah.
their merch we're selling, the equestrian groups, the different hiking groups, all these sorts of things, trying to meet our neighbors and take a deep breath after our first season and really get grounded in the community side of it. But yeah, there's planning, there's hiring, there's cleanup, there's major maintenance projects that we have to do in all three valleys. And so the campers definitely, fade away a little, but there's lots to do. And
There's
lots of the
lots.
days are open all winter as well. So,
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So wildlife,
Wildlife.
how big of an impact is that on your business? You don't get
I'd
many
s-
calls?
I mean, we do.
Yeah.
We definitely do. It's funny. I just had some campers say, "Oh, we don't want to go to Highwood because of the grizzly activity down there right now." I'd say human beings create more problems than
No doubt.
wildlife. So yeah, so they don't really affect business per se. It's if we're in nature, we're in their home.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Pack your
It's good.
garbage out.
That's right. Yeah.
Leave food
Minimize
open.
your impact and your wildlife attractants. We always have to kind of promote that. And generally they're not
Yeah.
it's not a problem.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's the closest encounter you've had?
I have been on a hike. I have 3 kids. I had my 2 little girls with me, one on my back. She was on my back, and I was pregnant with my son. So 3 kids total and me.
Oh my God.
And a mama bear and her cub. We were at Grassy Lakes, actually, by Canmore.
Oh, okay.
And with a friend, but she had carried on. So we ran into mama and her cubs. And for me, I've had that happen a few times, but by myself with all 3 kids, it's like, which one gets left behind? No, just kidding. I would never do that.
Right?
But I was having all of the thoughts. How do I? And it was
exactly.
fine.
It was
they
fine.
just carried on.
Mama.
Yeah.
You guys, yeah.
But now that you mention this, I've also been attacked by an owl.
An owl?
Grab my head, grab my scalp.
Oh my God.
That was on the Sunshine Coast when we lived on the West Coast. That was
Those
freaky.
Pacific birds.
Right?
Yeah.
Crazy. Those were my wildlife encounters. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not bad at
That's
all.
not bad. No. So what's it like to be embedded in the community now with Bragg Creek?
Mm,
What's it like to do business here?
yeah, that's a good question. And we're just still kind of getting our groove in that regard. So ask me again in a year.
Okay.
Because I'm working hard to kind of balance the needs of the business, of course, and our team, and be able to find opportunities to grow alongside Bragg, Rocky
Yeah.
View County. You've got Alberta Parks, like
Yes.
a lot of kind of different stakeholders at play there.
Very
So
much.
that's kind of what I'm waiting through right now is like, if we were to look at operationalizing something else, maybe more winter focused or something, and I've talked to a few at the Bragg Chamber about this, it's
Yep.
who needs to be part of that conversation and how. And so just kind of feeling all that out. But no, it's just absolutely fantastic being able to build a business within your
Yeah.
small community.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
That
great.
is great. That is great. And your outpost here in McLean Creek. I mean, this is a great store.
Mm.
You've got way
Coming
more
along.
stuff than I thought you'd
Yeah,
have.
it's
This is my
coming
first
along.
time in here. Yeah.
It's coming along.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. We've got everything from toys and games and camping supplies and local merchandise, local soaps, local jewelry. Yeah, snacks, of course. Snacks. Ice, firewood.
And no liquor. You don't sell liquor.
We don't sell liquor
Don't sell
yet.
liquor.
We've got a local non-alcoholic beer through Bragg Creek Trails.
Trail ale.
Yes, thank you. The Trail
Yes.
Ale. I'm like, what's the name of the beer?
Great sponsor.
Yeah. Yes. of
Yes.
yours,
Cowboy
right?
Trail
Yes.
Brewery.
Yeah. So we
Delicious.
just brought that on last weekend. So we've got the non-alc beer. We get asked about liquor sales all the time. Maybe in the future, not now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole other animal.
It is an animal.
More government involved
Yes.
there.
Yeah. For sure.
No, but that is good. Man, so I mean, if somebody forgets something, which I always do,
Yes.
this
Yeah.
is great. You got
We do
You
kind of
generally
have
would
all
have it.
we try to have all those things you forgot and will need.
Yeah.
And I'm great at forgetting things as you know, I forgot my keys coming here today. So I have a sense of what people forget and need. So
Bear
we
spray.
try.
We
Bear
always
spray. We
forget
have lots of bear spray.
which
Yep.
is naughty.
And we sell a lot of it here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
As you need. You gotta
Yeah.
be prepared for that.
Totally.
So how has the store changed, the retail store changed in 18 months since you've been here?
Well, when we took this space over, it was it hadn't been renovated in quite some time. The floors were concrete, the paint was chipping. We like to call it 50 shades of green. We've really adopted the Alberta Parks shade of green and other shades of green in the process.
Nobody expects that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But just trying to bring in more, like you'll always have your camping basics and snacks and a few grocery basics and things for the campers, but trying to bring in like scoop ice cream is new for us as of last year. We've got the local annex craft sodas that we're doing floats with. This is all new. And our supervisor actually just launching some dirty sodas. This is the rage with the kids. I don't know.
Dirty sodas.
Sounds like a whole bunch of sugar in a cup, but as you do.
That's
so
right.
so
Diabetes.
yeah. So we're trying to bring in some fun stuff like that so that like what we'd love to see is that when folks come off Moose Mountain or come from their hike, further down the valley, that they maybe stop in here for a treat on their way back to town or for a snack and a pop or something. So that would be our goal. And that's kind of what we're trying to bring to the products that we carry here is just a little bit of everything and even some nice giftware and fun things, birthday presents. Like I shop for our, birthday presents now here because we've got some great local stuff.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, these are for people who are Albertan. I mean, they obviously come here, but how much of the guests that you service are from outside?
Yep. Just generally speaking, like we always see international campers. Yeah.
Which is awesome.
They're renting their campers from wherever in the city and then coming out here and asking us all about the area, where to go, what to see. Wildlife was always a question, where do I find bears? So yeah, we do see a good amount of international travelers too.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's your hours of operation of the store here?
Okay, so for the shoulder season until school lets out, we're open Wednesday to Sunday. And then, once the summer kicks off, kind of that last week of June, we're open 9 to 9 every day.
Okay.
A little later on Fridays to capture all the folks checking into the campground here. So until 10 on Fridays. But we're open. So stop in this summer.
Well, it's a great place. You want to come for someplace different for an ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
Come out here.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. All right. I got some personal questions for you now.
Okay.
So what did you want to be when you grew up?
Okay. Well, in the 80s, we had these books where you would write that every year. I don't know if
Sure.
I remember always writing something and choosing many different things. Marine biologist, bank teller, singer, actor, you name it.
Big ones.
All the things. Grocery clerk. I wanted to be it all. Like there was
a
never
grocery
one thing.
clerk.
Were you?
Oh,
It was fun, I bet, right?
Yeah, it was good.
I get to live out some of that here, so that's fun. But no, I truly and really, I just was curious about everything, and it kind of tracked well because that has been my professional life.
Right.
I call myself a deep generalist because I've worked in a lot of industries and know a fair amount about quite a few things because of it. So I used to see it as a weakness. Now it's my superpower.
It's an absolute strength.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So I wanted to be everything. Here I am, just
And here you
dabbling in it all.
But what a way to find yourself into a place like this.
Totally.
Oh my goodness. What'd your parents want you to be?
I know what they didn't want me to be. They didn't want me to be a lawyer. My father, being an entrepreneur, had frustrations with lawyers. Frankly, I think I would have been a darn good one had I, but it was just a closed door.
That with the clock and everything. Intimidating.
Yeah, right? I think I could do it. Well, in business, I've run into a few legal situations where I've learned a lot. And I think, it would have been a fun puzzle to unpack. But no, I don't know that there was anything in particular they wanted me to be. And I don't know that they wanted me to follow in their footsteps of entrepreneurship or not. I've never asked them that directly. I know they have fun watching us now. I think my parents were watching our kids over May long weekend because it's so busy here. And as they left after the weekend, my dad yelled, "Good luck with your life." Thank you. Thank you. I'll try my best.
That is awesome. What was your favorite subject at school?
Languages. I loved, both French and English. I have a French background. My family was French, and I loved languages most, probably, and music. I was a total music nerd. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
So my first job, other than working for my parents in their businesses, was a radio announcer.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
It was a really cool first job.
Where was this?
I grew up in Swift Current, Saskatchewan.
Speedy Creek.
Yeah, Speedy Creek.
All right.
Where life makes sense. That was our slogan for a long time, but that is very debatable. It was actually, I had went to church with my parents. Didn't want to go, but I went. It was the 90s. I was dressed all grunge-like, and I had done readings at church previously, and someone asked me, hey, the reader didn't show up. Do you want to read tonight? And I said, sure. So I went up and I read. After church, the GM of the local radio station was at church, and he said to me, do you want to interview to work at the radio station? It was pretty cool for a teenager. So then I did that week, and then I worked there throughout high school as an announcer and an operator, and
That's so cool.
it was the best. It was so cool. Early mornings, late nights, because I was a kid, so I got the less exciting shifts and jobs. But
you could cut up and nobody would notice.
Yeah.
Right?
I still have nightmares about going off air at the radio station because that was a big concern. But yeah, that was my first job. It was neat. I actually ended up going back to the radio station like a few years after high school, kind of worked in sales and admin a bit there, and thought maybe I'd go into broadcasting long term. But then I learned how much money they made and how
it's not
hard
as glamorous.
life is. So it's not at all.
TV kind of portrayed.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's cool.
What was your favorite job?
Well, that was a good one.
Yeah.
But then the other favorite, when I was backpacking in Australia, I had a job. I had a few cool jobs there, but one was I rode a quad up and down what was called 4 Mile Beach in Port Douglas, Queensland, and sold ice cream.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
just
awesome.
driving up and down the white sand beach selling ice cream. It's pretty cool.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago, I interviewed our MLA, Sarah
Oh, yeah.
Melgi.
Yeah.
And I asked her the same question, and she said it was actually her worst job. It wasn't her favorite job. It was working on a pepper farm in Australia.
Okay.
And it was, she said it was like slave labor.
Yeah, well, I did a little farm slave labor in Australia too.
Yeah,
so
they're into that.
Talking worse jobs. Yeah. I did like rose farm grafting, rose bush grafting.
That's kind of neat.
And yeah, there was another farm one. But yeah, as I say that, I could probably emulate the quad and ice cream here at McLean Creek and replace White Sand Beach with McLean Creek.
Get that little sound maker on your quad. Kids will be coming out everywhere.
Totally. Maybe it's a good idea. Yeah.
There you go. That's a nice idea.
Yeah.
What's been your worst job? Everybody's had
Okay, yeah. Australia.
Yeah.
I tried being a telemarketer for a couple of days, and that's all I lasted because I just felt horrible doing it. I don't even remember what I was selling, but it wasn't something human organs. Wasn't something anyone wanted to buy, especially at dinner time. So and it was commission based, so there was no chance I was going to make any money. Yeah. So a few days of that, and I was like, no, thank you. Oh, poor. But yeah, it's a terrible job.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We all have had them.
Yeah.
All right, Brigitte. Well, we've covered a lot.
We have.
You're just at the beginning of the busy season. Are you ready?
As ready as we will ever be, probably. Yeah. I mean, we've already been hammered with snow and torrential multi-day downpours. Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, what can happen from here? Yeah, we're ready. We're ready to get busy. Yeah. We're ready for, the camping season to really kick off for sure.
That's awesome.
There's always going to be the unexpected, but we're as ready for that as we can be too.
Yeah. So if people come to Kananaskis Campground Services website,
yes,
it's .com, right?
Correct.
There's links on there to book at any of these. If they're a reservable sites.
You will be linked right back to shop.albertaparks.ca, where you do have to book your reservations through the parks website. You can also buy your Kananaskis Conservation Pass now on shop.albertaparks.ca.
Don't forget that.
And you can also call their 1-800 line to book as well. And then for our first come, first serve campgrounds, you just roll up and grab a site.
Awesome.
So, yeah,
that's the way I like to roll. I'm not a planner.
Yeah, ditto. Yeah.
We
go.
We're going camping this weekend.
Oh, great.
But we're going down to Lumberg.
Okay.
Falls.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. And I hope the rivers hasn't washed the campground.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point down there. Yeah.
So we're watching the weather.
Okay, good. Good.
It's cool down there too.
It's got to get sunny here eventually.
Yeah. Do you see a guy jump the boat off the falls down there?
No.
Yeah.
What kind of boat?
It's like a river boat. Like, it was Paul planned and coordinated and everything. But
that.
Yeah. Dropped it.
Oh, it was planned.
Oh yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Crazy things happen.
And if somebody allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
All right, I guess.
Right. Yeah, we see a lot of emergency services out here.
I guess I can imagine. We hear the helicopters.
Yes, yeah. Kananaskis Emergency Services are our friends, and they do a great job. It'd be an incredibly stressful job, but really
it would be
important.
Yeah. 100%. And Stars. Stars is another shout out to those guys.
Totally. Yeah.
Important.
Yeah. Yes, thank goodness for all of them.
Okay. Well, thank you, Bridget, for coming on,
Thank you.
and all the best this year.
Yeah, thanks.
And we'll come out and visit you guys.
Please do.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Greg.
Awesome.